All right. Welcome to Dysfunctional Adults, a comedy podcast in which we discuss entertainment, culture, and being middle-aged dads. I'm Jason, and these are my co-hosts.
You weren't wrong.
That was not a typo.
That's just what you think.
Freudian slip right there.
That's right. So these are my co-hosts. Zach, say hello.
Hi, I'm a 10-year-old girl.
That's and he's wearing a sundress with like little flower print. And then this is John.
Hi.
We are bitter, cynical Gen-Xers saddled with crippling debt and depressingly past our primes.
There you go.
But that's what makes this so funny. So, in this podcast, we're just going to talk about stuff and kind of give our cynical take on it. Not super cynical. John's pretty happy.
Am I? That's just the face I portray.
You're just hiding the inner pain that's just...
You keep it all bottled up until you explode at random times.
In rage and bloody violence.
Yes. But until then, I'm just easygoing John.
That didn't even sound easygoing. That sounded like he was trying to get things
forced.
himself and us.
You guys have probably a few weeks before you get the brunt of it.
I just see John driving to work every morning alone. He's like, I am the angel of death.
Listening to like hardcore rap.
Screamo music. So, just how is everybody? What has everybody been up to? Zach?
I hate my child.
Oh, well.
Is that a good segue?
I hate your child, too. Is that wrong?
No, because you've never met him, so you have every reason in the world. Because you don't know any of the good things that...
Oh, yeah.
Which there aren't many, to let you know.
So why do you hate your child? I know.
Well, he's basically me. So, no, I don't know. I just thought I'd say that, and then I had no plan for going past that. I just thought that would... I don't even know what I'm saying.
So we'll just dub this over when Charlie's like 20 and he's listening to after you die in a horrible bus crash.
He's like, wait, what the hell, Dad?
He always said he loved me before he left. No, I don't hate my son, but he is 5 years old, and
yeah, I have two that just turned 6, and so I understand.
Yeah, you do.
The kids are a little bit older, so the microaggressions from them are a little more sophisticated.
They learn from you, so
it's all like,
multisyllabic words and
Game of Thrones level politics.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for someone to bust open the door while I'm taking it down and shoot me with a crossbow in the heart.
It may not be one of your kids. One of us may have planned this a long time ago.
This first segment, we're trying to follow the theme,
Oh, that's right.
You're fine. The current segment is on entertainment. So what are your current interests? What are you watching, listening to? What's your new hobby?
Hardcore pornography.
That's Zach, not you.
Oh.
We'll get to your sharing.
There's more than...
Oh, yeah, you have my script.
Yeah, it's not... It's not an either-or thing, We can each have our own...
That's very true.
Special deviances.
Yeah. Yours is making pornography, though, not watching it. And
like freaky stuff.
Yeah, with like sock puppets and like
props and costumes,
oversized butterfly statues or something. But that hurts.
Penguins.
There's a market, man. If you can think of it, someone's into it.
That's how you said, Zach. Rule 34.
Yeah.
Don't look that up. Anyone who's listening to this podcast,
or do if you're like me and don't care. If the FBI and the CIA already have a bead on you, you're gonna be fine.
So let's start with Zach. What are your current interests, whatever they are?
Ghost hunting.
Yeah,
because I just turned 40, so I either had to get obsessed with the moon and take pictures of it every night and call it her. That's a thing that you do after you're 40. Like some people develop this sudden, men mostly, and they get really excited about the moon.
Well, the moon is clearly female.
Yeah.
I mean, she's connected with the PMS
Luna
thing.
Oh, yeah.
There's cycles, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. But, what's the fascination after 40? I don't see anybody doing this prior to that.
Because we have nothing else going for us at that age.
That's true. She's the one constant up in the... Oh, see, you made me do it. I said it. She's up in the sky every night for me. There she is. She's beautiful. No, I see these people do this thing. So I figured, why not go the other direction and do something else completely... that I'm completely incapable of doing, and that is doing ghost hunting stuff. So what I've done is I love the preparation aspect. I love spending lots of money on things, and so this is the perfect hobby. I don't have the money, but I'm doing it anyway. And I have all these cameras, infrared, EVP, EMP, REM, PTSD.
You're going to take out all
the technology. I'm gonna black out Los Angeles, turn it into a prison.
I've heard that's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, either that or New York.
And Kurt Russell, is he involved in either of these things?
If he's still alive long enough to do it, yeah. He's getting up there.
He is getting up there. I saw a picture of him today.
Looks good, though. I'd still do it.
He does look good, and yeah, I mean, he's got those eyes. He seems like a very sensitive lover. He would be.
Ask Goldie Hawn.
Did you say very hung?
I did not, but that as well.
Probably. It's Kurt Russell.
I said ask Goldie Hawn. You could ask her that question as well.
Okay, got it.
Update your list of things to ask Goldie Hawn in the off chance you ever meet her.
It's a page in my journal. I've got like 6 questions so far.
Goldie, I got one question. Is Kurt Russell hung like a Duraflame log? I assume that he is based on his movies
and my fantasies. There's this one.
I mean, every time I watch Stargate, I gotta hold a pillow over my lap. It's just.
Why do you think I'm divorced now?
Stargate.
It's Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Stargate. I was caught. She was in Vegas, and she came home early while I was watching Stargate.
Damn it, Zach, we talked about this. It's Kurt Russell or me. Sorry, bye.
I put one of my fingers up. I was like, "It's me, Kurt Russell." It was like the Red Rum thing only, and it wasn't sexy. No matter how naked I was. What are we even talking about?
I don't know. Ghost hunting, I think.
Ghost at some point, yeah.
Okay, ghost hunting, yes.
So you got some equipment.
I got some equipment. I'm looking at different places. I'm going to be taking a trip in the summer, possibly about a month long, and I'll be going Michigan, Minnesota, somewhere back east. We don't know where we're going yet, but I plan on stopping in a bunch of places and staying the night in places that are probably illegal to stay the night in, like churches and all-female schools.
How many of them do you need like a pair of bolt cutters to get into? That's usually your first clue that maybe you shouldn't be staying here.
And how rusty the chain is. If it's really rusty, chances are nobody's going to come up.
Yeah.
But if it's a brand new chain,
don't go.
And if there's a bunch of guards you have to chloroform, you probably shouldn't be in there.
I can't do it. I'm no. What is his name? Sam. What? Oh shit. Never mind.
Sam Winchester.
The video game guy. Where's the cell? Splinter Cell. Sam. I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
I've heard of Splinter Cell.
Oh, it's like he goes around chloroform.
Tom Clancy's spy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever.
Oh,
so
funny.
I just want to see if I can capture ghost stuff when I'm trying to recruit people to do it with me here in Utah.
Yeah, I
hint, hint.
No, I'd actually be up for it. We have. I mentioned this to you in chat or in text that we know a guy named Craig who has a studio.
Right.
And Craig, if you're listening.
He's not.
We're watching. Yeah, that'd be interesting to.
He's had a ghost investigation done before, so
awesome.
We'll talk. We'll connect.
Yeah,
so
it'd be fun.
Awesome. That sounds like fun. I'd like to do that too.
There's an end goal though.
Summon a demon.
Ghost sex.
Ghost sex.
I'm just saying, like I have a goal.
That kind of brings us back to Patrick Swayze. Every time you say ghost sex, I think of Ghost and how Demi Moore kind of made out with Whoopi Goldberg, and then
it's really hot in here.
Then I get like nauseous.
I just think of that line from The Simpsons. You ever see that one? Where Homer and Marge are ghosts, and Homer is saying, "Hey, can we have some ghost sex?" And Marge is like, "Ghost sex is nothing, Homer. I've told you." And he goes, "Then how come you were moaning last night?" She goes, "Because I'm a ghost." So I was thinking of that when I hear ghost sex.
I don't think I've seen that one. That's funny. Yeah,
they showed the kids like way in the future when Bart and Lisa were old. So of course Homer and Marge are ghosts just hovering above them. So we gotta talk about ghost sex.
This must be post like season 20 because I don't think I've seen anything new.
Yeah,
that's funny. Ghost sex. On that note, John, what are you currently consuming as far as entertainment goes?
Besides ghost sex?
Besides ghost sex. Reading anything, watching anything, listening to anything?
There's nothing like... There's no movies or anything out with the pandemic and stuff. I'm just watching basketball games, killing time until things open up again, and I'm going to do all the fun...
Go back to those...
outdoor stuff that...
Swinger parties, yeah.
Yeah, kayaks, paddleboards, hiking, biking. It's all
at
involved.
The swinger okay.
Yeah, it's all involved. It's
I was trying to find something new to do when
naked bike rides, all that kind of stuff.
Naked
mountain
bike, incredibly no support.
There is
not even a seat on the bike.
Just one of those bikes that doesn't have the pedals
It
that they
is-
have for kids. It's like a glider or
It
whatever.
is truly like a test of willpower. 50-mile mountain bike nude with no seat.
That is horrifying. There is something called the World Naked Bike Ride.
I've heard it's in Seattle, right?
It's an international clothing-optional bike ride in which participants plan, meet, and ride together en masse on human-powered transport to deliver a vision of cleaner, safer, body-positive world. The dress code motto is "Bear as you dare."
It's
That's
in
a
Seattle,
rip-off
right?
of that
I think I
old-
have heard of that.
It's been around for years.
Yeah, it's in
Queen
Portland.
Oh, Portland, okay.
Bicycle has a whole bunch of footage. The music video that Queen did for Bicycle, that's been around for years, and this sounds like a ripoff of it.
Probably.
I'm not
Or
saying
it's
it
the same
sucks,
thing.
or it could be, yeah. Maybe it's transformed. But I remember some pictures from that when I was a kid.
Well, it's
This corner's really warm.
the safe word there, or the warning word there is body positive. You're not going to get Maxim models.
It's gonna be people like me out
gonna
there. Yeah,
40-year-old dudes with
I'm not
little...
ashamed of my body.
yeah,
Chain smoking 50-year-old.
yeah. I'm sexy and I know it. Yep.
You won't have to know it. You have no choice but to see me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, now, dear listener, you've learned something awful. So don't go to Portland whenever that happens. So
yes, working out to get ready for the World Naked Bike Ride. Is that what we call it?
yeah, I think it
Portland, here
was.
we come.
I'm with you, there hasn't been a lot of entertainment with that whole ghost hunting crap. I've been watching a bunch of ghost hunting reality shows, which are just BS anyway. They're so
Yeah.
awful, most of them, but
TV shows are finally coming back on because they've been, hadn't filmed them last year.
right,
Movies are still no movies out.
yeah. And we don't mention Wonder Woman, 1984.
I didn't see that. I did take the kids to see Raya and the Last Dragon, though. That was really good. So
Yeah, it
Yep.
looks good.
you should see that one.
Yeah, we've been wanting to go see that. We'll have to take a trip.
It's one of those kids' movies that's actually enjoyable for adults as well. So.
I can't get my 5-year-old to sit down long enough to watch anything more than 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
that'd be an anxiety attack.
It's a
waiting to happen,
struggle
taking
for
my
the
5-year-old
twins,
to
but
movies.
they made it with this one, which is
Did they?
a compliment to it, I guess.
My 11-year-old can do 60 minutes of TV watching, and then he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's my oldest, who's 17. You can watch for hours, so it's just kind of a weird how to.
Yeah.
how
My
to
9-year-old, that's like all he does if we don't restrict him. He'll just sit and watch shows all day.
Oh wow.
Like he'll play games, he'll play his
Yeah.
video games all day until we say, "Okay, no more games." Then he'll go on TV and watch YouTube videos of other people playing games.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I've grown up with it, or not grown up with it. Yeah, I grew up in the past 5 years. I get it. When I got married, her kids all did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids do it
That's all they
too.
do.
And the other
watch
is like
other people watch
videos of stuff
horror
getting
videos.
destroyed, like the shredder videos. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah,
Those are
People-
kind of fun.
People putting stuff through a shredder
Bodies and stuff,
or
right.
running over stuff with a car.
yeah, that's kind of cool.
They're fun for a few minutes, but can you watch them for hours?
My kids
you can watch
can.
them for hours.
Yeah.
I like the hydraulic press just smashing random
You're gonna
stuff.
find out when he gets older. He's got all of that in his head. Like he's memorized everything. He's got a photographic memory, and he's
Yeah.
gonna be rich and famous.
Or a serial
just-
killer.
Yeah, because I just when it shows like the shredder, I imagine them like here's like screaming. It shows them holding someone's arm and they're like and just like screaming in the background, so like spraying everywhere.
As long as he does it right, be proud of your children for whatever they accomplish.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never ever shame your child, no matter what they've done.
It's like, it's okay. I know Bundy had 33, but
You're
It is a
27
good
is still
goal. Yeah,
alive.
and maybe you'll get out on parole and you can add a few.
He did. He got out.
Yeah,
of
he
it
escaped.
It's
Did he
possible.
escape?
Yeah, he escaped.
Yeah.
I didn't know Bundy escaped.
And then he went to Florida, and wow, that took a dark turn. So what I'm doing is listening to true crime podcasts.
All right. Hey, now this all makes sense. I'm sitting here getting worried. Okay.
That's what I'm doing. So it's I have a job where basically right now I'm going to school, and the job I do is basically data entry. So I got all day to listen to stuff and listen to books, audiobooks, and
You get paid to screw around. That's awesome.
yeah, but
Where do you work again?
No, so I've been listening to some paranormal podcasts as well, and I love the ghost hunting stuff. I'm with you though. Most of the shows are kind of garbage. It's mostly an hour of did you hear that? Did you see that? and then I feel like Ben Franklin is in the room with us. They're like, we're in Georgia.
Well, it's like you hear like jumbled nothing, and then they.
Oh, on the EVPs?
Yeah, you imagine it to be whatever they want it to be.
It's like...
You hear that? He said, I'm here.
Or, it's a recipe for gumbo.
Yeah. The cameraman won't admit that he farted. So they chase it for like a half hour, that voice. Like, Sully, speak to us again.
Like, guys.
Those Bigfoot shows are even better like that, though.
Oh, they're the worst.
They hear something, and it's gotta be a Bigfoot. It can't possibly be anything else.
Any other animal that lives in the woods. Yeah.
No, it's gotta be.
Every
episode ends the same. It's like, okay, we didn't find him this time, but we know we're close.
My favorite thing
we
is...
heard branches rustling at night.
I just know
woods.
Bigfoot's watching them, kind of just laughing. You know, he's just like, I just follow this production around. It's one of those off-camera interviews.
Yeah.
Or the...
This whole time it really was Bigfoot shaking their tent and stuff.
Bigfoot's just a dick.
Just laughing. That would be awesome.
Yeah, he's going to be there at that guy's suicide, you know? When he can't
right as the cord tightens around his neck and there's no going back, Bigfoot walks out.
He's like, it
and
was
just
me
looks at him like,
all along.
Just like the guy's like last dying breath, just like makes eye contact with him. He's like, sup?
That's what Bigfoot lives for, is just to make investigators commit suicide. He's really, really unhappy. All right, cool. So, Zach, you brought something up about something that kind of chaps your hide and grinds your gears.
Yeah.
Well, not that.
Oh.
Well, it depends what you're watching. But cookbooks. There's a new genre of cookbooks for video games and fantasy. And what were some of the ones you were talking about?
Oh, there's a Fallout cookbook. Official. It's an official. They're like, let's do this. Let's. There's an author that's done two of them. I believe she did the World of Warcraft or the something like that. There's like a World of Warcraft, Fallout, the Elder Scrolls.
The Elder Scrolls?
That was the first one I sent you guys.
Yeah.
The cookbook.
What's going to be in that?
What kind of recipes would...
Like dragon meat?
Fallout.
It must be, because I didn't actually get to look at any of the pages, but I saw the reviews, and of course, all of these nerds, and I love nerds. But these guys are awful. They get on there and they make all these
other nerds
like
make fun
dad
of.
jokes. Yeah. They get on there like, well, I wasn't able to find Imperial spice anywhere, and they make all these references to the game and like, oh, more black from whatever Hesperia wanted this book, but I'm keeping it for myself so I can make these tasty dishes. And I'm just, I don't know what kind of world these people live in that they have time to write crap like that, like a review this long, or
Well, they're clearly not cooking. They don't have significant others to cook for them.
True.
They're
lonely.
Their mom, maybe. Mom, I've got this cookbook. Can you make me dragon steak pudding or whatever it is?
And it's pricey. It's like $13, $20. I mean, that's a lot of bananas.
There's a Supernatural one too.
There's a Supernatural cookbook.
That hurts my heart because I love that show.
I love that show as well.
So and then
I know. We should be sitting next to each other holding hands, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I felt this weird. The heat stops here and then it gets cold.
Like when you try and grab each other's legs when I'm in the middle of you. I'm getting the brunt of those squeezes, Zach, just so you know. And it's not even always my leg.
And I don't know because I'm looking deep into Jason's eyes the whole time, not realizing I'm groping you.
That's what makes it okay, is as long as you make eye contact. That's where the souls meet, I'm
not going to stop now.
I said meat.
Yeah, these cookbooks, I don't know. It just doesn't like grind my gears. I'm not pissed off about it necessarily, but oh my gosh, really? That's something people are spending money on and then leaving 5-star reviews.
Okay, so there's Star Wars cookbook BB-ATE.
Yeah.
BB-8.
Yeah. It's a travesty.
Oh man, there's the Warcraft one, and like I said, there's Dungeons and Dragons as well. So
Dungeons and Dragons, that's what it was, not World of Warcraft.
No, there's a World of Warcraft one too here, I think. So anyway, it's awful.
The Rule 34 of cookbooks.
There's an article in The Guardian I wanted to talk about. It's pretty serious stuff.
Isn't The Guardian like a satire site?
No, it's a British news organization. It's like British CNN.
I've been reading every single one of their stories with a satire in mind.
Nowadays it doesn't really matter. It's most headlines are awful and weird. So this one, plummeting sperm counts, shrinking penises, toxic chemicals threaten humanity.
Well, yes. I
have an excuse.
Giant threat. It was the chemicals, honey, I swear.
I grew up next to a nuclear power plant that also dumped into the water. Okay.
So this is from Aaron Brockovich at The Guardian, and it's an opinion piece, but it says, the end of humankind, it may be coming. They spelled it right. So I would have put a U. That's why I'm not a reporter.
That's literally the reason you went in to get a job with your journalist or your journalism
schooling and training.
You have a particularly odd typo, Mr. Jason.
But you repeat it 16 times in this one report.
You went into your Word document.
Control find. Replace. And then I giggle like every time I'm writing it. So, it says, thanks to hormone disrupting chemicals that are decimating fertility at an alarming rate around the globe, in a new book called Countdown by Shauna Swan, an environmental blah 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 blah.
Yeah, nobody cares about the credentials.
What? It says sperm counts have dropped almost 60% since 1973. I'm looking for the shrinking wing part. Hold on.
Who's going around to everybody's bedrooms?
Collecting a tape measure or something,
counting each.
2 inches. It was 2.4 inches last year. You know?
Thanks, Mom. You're so helpful.
Mom, I told you I'm sleeping.
I have questions.
No, you don't. Because we'll give you answers.
No, I don't want the answers.
I'm not at my best when I'm sleeping.
Oh,
especially right when I wake up. You'll at least have a good 2.8 by then.
It's normal for a mother to measure their grown-up son's penis. That's all I want to say.
Well, they don't measure our height anymore because we haven't grown in 25 years.
We don't grow up, we grow out.
I don't know what it is. My mom lives with me, you guys. This is really weird. I don't think I can...
Well, if it makes you uncomfortable, just tell her to stop.
Nah.
Alright, so as if that wasn't terrifying enough, Swan's research finds that these chemicals aren't just dramatically reducing semen quality, they are also shrinking penis size and volume of the testes. This is nothing short of a full-scale emergency for humanity. Viagra to the rescue!
Anything to do with penises is hilarious.
It really is. That's pretty much... Everybody who's made it this far into the podcast needs to realize that something like this will come up every episode. So
yes,
they go on and talk about it. I don't know how we're going to save humanity. I think we're just doomed. But at least I know why I have a small manhood.
Do you regret being Republican now? I don't know what that. I just wanted to be like aggressive for no reason.
Well, first of all,
political.
I'm not Republican.
Oh.
But there is a correlation. I'm thinking further in the article.
They say liberals have the smallest penises now.
Oh, man. Anyway.
I mean, if that's not a reason to switch parties, I don't know.
Yeah, as soon as you change your registration, things change for you. So.
I need to go to the DMV.
Wait, what?
Doesn't matter.
All right, yeah, the world's ending. So,
I mean, I heard you say something about Julia Roberts in there.
No,
Aaron Brockovich.
Oh, Aaron Brockovich.
That was the Julia Roberts movie. Remember that one?
Yeah,
I didn't see it. I'm not a particular fan of Julia Roberts.
Should we just kick him out of the podcast now? Then
I think so.
Just
yes.
because that's pretty pop culture stuff.
She won like Best Actress for like 20 years ago.
That's 20 years ago. I can't remember a damn.
We were in our prime.
Yeah,
the world made sense and wasn't scary, and
there was definitely no lack of quality in what I was producing 20 years ago to Aaron Brockovich. But I can see now, looking back, how things have diminished.
We need like a chart that shows the decline in production quality of all of us.
And it matches up with the sperm count and brain size as well, right? It's all just whoop.
Years of TV radiation have left us withered and useless.
I don't know about you, but when I play video games, that controller's right over my crotch.
I think that's...
And that, it's got Bluetooth.
It's got blue something.
Depends on what I'm playing.
I'm gonna mark a section on the podcast. This is the penis segment, so anyone can skip over.
That's a good idea. Or anytime one is mentioned, it's highlighted.
All right. Anything else you want to gripe about with?
Oh, are we supposed to solve this crisis? Like, what's the plan with this podcast? Is this what we're going for?
Solve penis shrinkage?
Yeah, and sperm quality and count. Like, are we doing this? Is this what happened?
We can only do this one person at a time. I think just take responsibility for yourself.
Okay, that's fair. It starts at home.
Go to your junk email box and look for all the aids that will help you increase your manhood size.
And take them all
I
at
thought
once.
it's called junk email. It's all full of like dick pics anyways. I said it was
Is that what you
junk.
send mine?
I said it was junk mail.
Why are you getting dick pics? That's what I want to know.
Why aren't
They get
you?
returned when I send them to you guys.
I already got this one.
They're not even yours. They're like...
I don't know who they are. Just go online, get some, and send them to random people.
But you make it a chain email. If you delete this and you forward it to 10 friends, your parents will die.
No, your penis will shrink.
You've solved it. Podcast
Click
over.
on it every single
Chain
time.
letter.
You're like, click. Well, I'm good. I clicked on that 47 times.
Mom, come
She is available for outcalls in case you guys need measuring, by the way. Oh, God, that's funny.
I think we should, with merch, some podcasts have merch. We'll have a special ruler.
Mom's ruler. It should be like a fabric ruler, those ones that are...
It's like when they mark your height on the wall, it's like age 40, age 41, age 42. It's like a half-inch smaller like every single year.
It's right below your height measurement that she's been doing for years.
But you can see like in your teens and 20s it's going up, and then like you hit 40 it's going back down again.
Oh, that's beautiful.
By the time you're 50, it's like, hey, it's the same as when I was 9. It'll all line up again.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh, man. All right. So, dad stuff. Let's talk about some dad. We kind of talked a little bit, how you hate your son.
That is so not true. I never said that, and you don't have anything to prove it.
No, I've seen you with your son. I know you don't hate him, so...
Not in public, no. Yeah, I'm pretty good about keeping that all secret. But since we're only using my first name and my voice is not very distinct...
Would you like to see his ACX profile?
Yeah, no, I love my son. He's it's interesting having that whole dynamic of being a divorced parent. We have a week on, week off thing, and he's a completely different child when he comes over to my house after that week at his mom's than he is when he goes back. And sometimes that's rough. Sometimes it's always rough.
Yeah.
Because he's learning, so whatever he's learning over there is different than what he's learning over here with me. Speaking of penises, so he pees with the door open all the time. Like he's like afraid of
like to do
everything.
I do that at the
I don't
office.
think it's a fear thing. My kids just think it's funny.
Oh,
my old house that had a deck, they used to think it was funny to pee off the deck.
Next to you were doing
Who
this.
taught him that?
It's one of those things where you tell them, hey, don't do that, but inside you're laughing. It's like, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's so my son.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I just don't know. He's got a fear of everything dark. If there's a dark corner, if it's dark under the table. He won't close the door. He has to have the dogs. If he's at his mom's house, he has to have the dogs go with him to pee and stuff.
Well, so I've got a story about parenting. I'm also divorced, but still on good terms with my ex and live close. But my baby's 11 right now, and it's time for
bottle fed or
breastfed, but he doesn't get anything out of me because
yeah.
Why do you
sperm
keep
count.
telling him to try? Just try harder, son.
it starts to hurt, and then I have to go buy that gel that women put on their nipples when they're nursing, and everybody looks at me weird because I apply it in the store
Before you buy
I buy it.
Eating grapes in the grocery store.
That's the stuff. That'll work.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Let's try this one. Let's see which one's better.
I like how this one smells. I like how
smell this.
So this one I think reduces the chafing a little more. What do you think?
Should I shave the hair around my
Rub this right here and see if it goes on smooth.
Sorry, did you have something serious?
Yeah, well, kind of. So, he's my baby. He's 11. He just turned 11 in November. It's time for the birds and bees talk. I've actually put it off, and there's a reason why. My ex-wife and I had an agreement.
Because you don't understand how it happened.
You still don't know.
How do I teach
something? How do I teach something that I don't understand myself? No.
I think it was that one time I kissed and held hands at the same time.
So my oldest he's 17 now, but when I decided, because he was my first, and he's been the guinea pig of my parenting, and he's gonna have issues. But when he was 8, I decided that was the time to tell him about sex. So I sat him down at a table in private, and I had a biology book, and I showed him diagrams, and I look up, and he is white as a ghost, and his eyes are wide. And now he doesn't ever want to get married. And he still doesn't want to get married. He wants nothing to do with dating.
You traumatized him forever.
I think
You shouldn't have used red pandas as an example in the wild. That wasn't,
Just take your younger son to the zoo and say, hey, you see what those chimps are doing?
Flinging poo?
That too.
Well, that's only if you really love someone.
You gotta really love them for that to be okay. That's where babies come from.
So yeah, I totally blew it with my oldest, and I've turned him into this monk. He's a great kid. But he's just decided he wants to be celibate because I traumatized him with, at 8 years old. The thing is I got the talk from my mom at 8, and so we do what our parents did for us, and I really got a 15-minute talk with a pamphlet she had gotten from the pediatrician. So.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I think I triggered the talk because my younger brother, I hope he never listens to this, was humping furniture. And I think I said something like, no, brother, I won't say your name, you do that on your wife when you're older.
And that triggered you to tell your kid. I don't understand the story at all.
That triggered my mom to give me the talk when I was 8.
You tell your brother, hey, you're 29 years old. It's time I explain how this happened.
I think he just likes humping furniture.
Even after you've told him, he's still doing it, right?
I'm like, hey, get off my ottoman.
No. It's like a water bottle. It's like spraying him. No, bad.
That's why you had to get rid of that waterbed. Now I get it.
Yeah, well...
Beer?
So I just don't know how to go about it. I started a few months ago, and I'm like, all right, good talk.
Did you start with the furniture thing though?
No.
Now this is something you don't do with furniture.
When you love a couch
and
very
you show
much,
up for 20 minutes, and when you stop, it's like, hey, don't do that.
But if you do, it's not a huge deal because it's microfiber, very easily cleaned up.
Yeah,
gross.
Just wear protection when you do it, so it won't be messy.
Not on the leather couch. Chafing, but that nipple cream also worked.
Oh no!
I think we found the reason for the decline in size and sperm count. It's furniture sex. So anyway, I don't know why I'm so gun shy about trying to teach him about the birds and the bees. I think part of it's because he's my baby, and he's so innocent. But I realize that he's gonna not be innocent pretty quick.
Yeah, the internet is full of dark.
Right. And no matter how much I try to
rabbit holes.
filter, I'm sure there's always holes in the fence, so.
If he goes to public school, I'm surprised he's made it this long.
He's not.
My parents never had to talk to me at all. I found out by listening to other kids on the playground talking.
And the gym class orgies that they teach you all that.
Well, yes. Yeah. But by then I was already pretty well versed.
Yeah, and that's all
you
sealed
became the teacher.
Sealed in the court case that's pending.
But no, I just found out as a kid by hearing other kids talk, dropping F-bombs, like, hey, what does that mean? And
they explain it.
So
that's really kind of them.
Well, there's plenty of furniture at school.
I mean, not all of them really knew either, but you could piece it together. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't piece it together. We had the talk, and then I was just like, basically, you put your penis in the vagina, because I'm a man now at 8 years old, knowing this stuff. And then you pee in them. That was my understanding.
That's what I was told when I was 5 by some kid on the playground.
It was me.
I told you
that.
It was you.
Did it work? You have 4 kids.
Well, I found out on my wedding night. I'm like, you want me to do what now?
His second wedding night.
I don't know how that first one lasted so long. But it makes sense why we had no kids.
And got divorced eventually.
You guys had to show it in court. That's why we're getting divorced.
I tell my second wife on our honeymoon, I was like, guess what my first wife wanted me to do? She wanted me to do this. Can you believe it? She's like, well, actually...
So John got the talk on his honeymoon from his wife.
All right, for sure about this.
It's
messy.
Yeah, I gotta do it soon though,
He's all passive aggressive.
Because
you don't want him to find out on his honeymoon.
Yeah,
right. And we're on the internet because so. But
I like your 38-year-old brother humping a lounge.
We all have our skeletons in the closet, so some of us literally. All right, so it's now that time of the show where we describe and discuss our chosen memes for the week. Memes are pretty much how we three communicate during the day. Constant text streams between the... I shouldn't say stream, that sounds gross. But we've chosen memes, and it's going to fall to the listeners to choose which one wins. And in order to...
I didn't know there was a contest, you piece of
Well, there's no prize. I mean...
Oh.
Just glory.
Well, that's good enough. I need to find a good one now.
And maybe some mozzarella sticks. I don't know. So.
Yeah, from D's.
From D's. Yep.
Mozzarella sticks.
So to vote on which meme you like the best, you can find our Facebook page. It's just at Dysfunctional Adults. And I hope you know how to spell dysfunctional because I had to look it up. But so I'm going to start. I'm just going to describe my meme real quick, and then you guys can tell me what you think. It's this kid looking kind of skeptical, and the caption on top says, "Make a wish, kid. I don't want to go to Disneyland. My only wish is to keep living. Make-A-Wish staff looks skeptical."
So awful.
Pretty dark. So, do you think that ever happens? Like, the kid's like, dying hurts, and hey, I know you're dying, but do you want to meet Mickey Mouse? And like the kid's like, do you think it can cure my dying?
Oh,
sure.
That just made everybody sad.
Yeah, that is sad. I don't like it.
All right, it's John's turn. Tell us what you got.
Well, I love those Tom memes where he's making that confused, angry, like...
To be clear, this is Tom from Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. Kind of making the WTF face. And it says, me, gives him a lap dance. And it says, Mall Santa, and it has this confused look on his face. I love that meme because it's something we've all thought about doing.
It's something you got arrested for.
Yes.
Like, at what age were we when we thought
living
about
the
doing
dream.
this? I'm just curious.
When
did this start for you?
last
About a month
Christmas.
ago, so 41.
You have plans for this new Christmas coming up.
Yeah, well, see, they have the Santas in the bubbles now because of the whole pandemic.
No, that's because of you.
It turns into a gallery show when you're there. Just like, skeet, skeet.
Yeah, I don't think that bubble's going away at the mall I frequent, so...
Santa's wearing blow-up condoms.
They no longer let 40-year-old kids sit on Santa's lap.
That's what he calls himself. He calls himself a kid.
All right,
You're younger
This is
than
getting
you're older
weird.
than I am.
Oh, this is way past weird. All right.
Yeah, that's the meme I chose.
I love those Tom memes.
Those are
When those
hilarious.
came out, man, I collected them and put them in a folder. I don't know why I save all these memes, but I do. I said my Google
Awesome.
Drive is just full. Or not
Oh,
Drive,
I've
photos.
got a
It's just-
folder of memes.
Yeah. That's like our boxes of cords that we keep as men. Did you do this? You have a box of just cords.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we used to, yeah. When
I got a drawer full
we
of...
moved.
Did
yeah.
you go past the 2-inch? Like when you got measured by my mom last?
Oh, those
Because
ones.
now you're not a man. If it's below 2 inches,
Yeah,
then you don't have
yeah.
a box of cords either. I'm really confused.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've got a drawer of cords.
Oh, you have a drawer? That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So a couple power strips.
We had like boxes of random electronics when we moved, like keyboards to computers we haven't. I don't know if we've ever had. It's just like random stuff, and yeah, tons of extension cords and random.
Yeah. So I carry all that stuff around. I don't know. I heard this was a thing. I see it on the internet, and I've got 2 boxes, like moving boxes, full of whatever cords you could possibly need for anything.
Chargers, the phones you haven't had in 12 years.
Yeah, it was the first smartphone that came out,
Yeah.
I have the cord for that one.
Do you have the phone?
Not anymore. But I kept it just in case.
You know that there's going to be a moment in human history where the world's fate hangs in the balance, and the president is going to be like, we need this cord.
We need a charging cable for a 2008 Apple something.
Or Nokia.
I got that!
Motorola Razr. And then you're going to stand up and be like, it's my time to shine.
Why my wife told me to throw this out 50 years ago.
You guys can thank me now or then. Honey. I don't care either way.
I'll wait till you're in the history books, then I'll, I knew that guy.
He killed himself a few days later.
He hung himself with the cord.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for a sec?
So I have a tweet or something, or an at. It might be. Oh, yeah, it is Tweeter. This guy put a picture of, what's his name? Ted Cruz? Is that his name?
That's Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz,
yeah. He looks like Wolverine if instead of claws, 3 flaccid penises slowly came out of Wolverine's hands. And he does. That is true, and I'd watch that movie. As a mainstream movie and not a porno. Just like a mainstream Wolverine with flaccid penises instead of claws.
So now I'm curious. I'm not going to Google it, but I kind of want to Google Ted Cruz porn.
Oh, no.
Just to see if it exists.
So I'll send this to you because you're in charge of the page or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, you need me to send you mine too?
Yeah, do that, please. He's got that sad, slimy salesman look,
He really does.
It's like...
I mean, this isn't meant to be political. He happens to be a political figure. I just love the picture and the message on it. I think that's hilarious.
He's got that look, though. He's got that, please let me use your bathroom. And then he comes in, he pees on the sink, in the bathtub.
He reminds me of Jerry on Rick and Morty. I don't know if you watch Rick and Morty, but...
I haven't seen it. I need to. I heard it's hilarious.
It is so funny.
I just added Archer to my queue on Hulu.
Oh, perfect.
Archer is awesome. Love Archer.
I want to watch that. Have you guys watched, what is it? What We Do in the Dark? I think we talked about that.
No, I don't have... What channel is that on? I don't.
It's on Hulu. Yeah, I think it's a Fox show.
Oh, it's a show.
It's FX.
What We Do in the Shadows?
What We Do in the Shadows. Thank you.
Is it the television show they finally came out with it, or the movie?
It's a vampire.
It's a television show. It's about vampires.
There was a movie.
Was there?
Yeah, with it's a documentary or mockumentary.
Right. It's like in the style of The Office, but it's with vampires.
Maybe it is a show. I thought it was.
I think it's just a show.
I thought it was a movie. I got confused. So what I'm remembering is that years ago it came out. And it has Jermaine. No, not Jermaine. One of the Flight of the Conchords guys. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Oh, okay. We can go ahead and cut that because it's not worth going into.
It's a hilarious show, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny.
Do they have werewolves?
I haven't got there yet. I've only watched a few episodes. I just got past the episode where they were all imprisoned in the pound because they transformed into animals.
I think this must be the new show. Okay, so now I will tell you. There was a movie, What We Do in the Shadows or whatever, and then they were like, let's make a television show out of this. And so it sounds like they finally did.
Okay.
Because I don't remember that part at all from the movie.
Maybe it's... Yeah.
I'll bet it's good. It's on Hulu, you said?
It's on Hulu. So
check it out.
If anyone needs my Hulu login,
Just say it over the microphone.
Our one listener, But,
thanks, Mom.
Oh.
For both things.
All right, on that note, I think we're going to draw to a close, but...
Why? Okay, I see it says 49 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's going to get cut down to like 10 minutes, so we should keep going.
Do I keep going?
No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. I was just trying to tease you.
Well, if you edit out everything inappropriate, it's just basically us stating our names.
No.
It's all basically downhill from there.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of
right into the gutter.
It's supposed to be inappropriate, but... Yeah. That's what I told the judge, and he's like, no... That's not true. That's not how you teach.
Public playground.
That's not how you teach elementary school.
You've had a lot of careers.
Yeah, well, you can call it that. But all right, well, that's going to do it for us today. I hope you enjoyed listening to us kind of banter back and forth. And did I just call it out and make it weird when I describe what we're doing?
I'd say you didn't just make it weird. I'd say it's been weird every time.
Well,
I'm fairly comfortable, just a little warm.
yeah, it's really hot in here. And
I know.
every time we record,
70s porn music playing in the background.
so make sure
That's how it always starts, right?
make sure you like our Facebook page and rate this podcast. We're gonna do more of these episodes, and we are currently working on this sound. So I believe the sound is pretty decent this time, but it's gonna get better. If you have any suggestions for topics we could talk about as dads and Gen-Xers, let us know, and we hope you had a good time. So, thanks everybody.
Later.
Zach, say goodbye.
I don't want to. Bye.